Welcome back to Bingers Bricks, everybody. My name is Ben. Today we are going to be taking apart our Disney castle, rebuilding the whole platform. We're also going to be taking a look at some of our online purchases that we've received. And lastly, we are going to be building one more shadow box display for our Disney 100 minifigures. P.S. Do not forget that we are doing a live stream giveaway on Wednesday, September 20th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The three things that you need to do to get in this giveaway are all free to you, right? Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment down below as to what the most expensive Lego set that you own is. Now, if you've done this in our previous video, you do not have to do this again, but giving everybody one more chance to do so to get in that giveaway. That is, again, Wednesday, September 20th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get started. Here we go. The first thing I wanted to go through with everybody was some of the purchases that we've made here in the past couple weeks. Now, these purchases have obviously added up to get us the Houses of the World 3 gift with purchase. And we know that the pieces alone here did not do it. So there was one other large set that got us to that threshold to get the GWP, and that was the Haunted House, set 10273. I am excited to get this set built and into our Lego City. It's one that I've been eyeing for quite a while, but just have not had the time, or honestly, it just didn't fit into our plans to purchase it and get it built into the Lego City. So I am excited to get that built, but want to take a look at some of these pieces as we're going to be using a decent amount of these pieces here today to start building and rebuilding, I should say, our Disney castle and its platform. After making a mess and dumping all those pieces out, I wanted to go through some of the different pieces that we received from the Lego store. Now, the first ones, we have 1x2 masonry bricks. We had a cool comment within our last video asking about doing some sort of potential tunnel that kind of hides the train as it goes underneath the rock panels, or before it goes underneath rock panels, and then potentially leading into some sort of like waterfall area. So love that comment. That's definitely something that we will try to do here within our greenery area. And so I think that those pieces will be utilized for that. We also have some 1x4 black fence pieces, but then also have some 1x4 brown fence pieces. Now, these are primarily going to be used for our farm animals that we just picked up. And how cute are these? I've loved the sheep, the little lambs, and then you got the little piggies. I think those were super cool. They were a little expensive, so we didn't get too many of them, but I think that'll be cool to add into our greenery area. Now, we also have some 2x4 dark gray tiles, and again, you can never have too many. It just feels like it's one of those pieces, kind of like 2x2 tile, just something that you run out of all the time. Some of the bigger pieces that we purchased were our rock panels in the back here. We have 4 of our corner rock panels, and then we have about 6 of our straight rock panels. Again, these are going to be utilized to push up the Disney castle so our new train can actually go underneath. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was I was a little bummed because we purchased a few of our lamp posts, and as you saw in our last video, our Lego store actually restocked them since the last time we were in there. So kind of a waste of money, but hey, now we just have a few more. But let's get started on the Disney castle. Although I'm bummed to see our platform that we originally built for the Disney Castle go, I am excited to try something new, and honestly, I think that we can do it better. So let's get this bad boy taken apart and see what we can come up with.
Shopping at the mall, posted on the wall, I would give it all away for you. We go on a walk, everybody talks, we were always breaking all the rules. First floor, second floor, third floor, food court, front door, back door, side door, find more. First floor, second floor, third floor, food court, front door.
After taking apart our Mills plates, we were able to do a little bit of a dry run with the Disney castle on our 15-inch by 15-inch base plate. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite fit diagonally, so we were actually able to extend our base plate just so that we have a little bit more room to, again, extend the rock panels and just make sure everything fits on one singular base plate. Now, what you can see here is that we actually took our 2x2 brick and then just some 1x2 brick, really just to outline where the train track's going to go, because we'll take this out into our office so that we can start Mills plating everything back up, putting those greenery plates back on, and then taking a look at how we're going to start putting on some of our rock panels. So super excited to get that going, and well, let's get to it. So shout out to those that have been following us for a while. If you remember this, the last time that we moved the Disney Castle around, we absolutely destroyed it. I think this Disney Castle is cursed because we did the exact same thing tonight. I will say that it is about 12:08 and we absolutely just destroyed this thing. Not only is it late, the kids are sleeping, but we dropped it, not just on the floor, of course, but it went all the way over the edge. We have pieces on the couch. We have pieces on the floor. I mean, come on. This Disney Castle is cursed, I swear. Might be time to just move on to the next one. Oh. After destroying one side of the Disney Castle, getting the instruction manual back out, we were finally able to get it all fixed and back together. And what is it sitting on? Our new rock platform. I have to say, I think it's turning out really well. By no means is this the final project. I really like some of the different colors that we're using with the light bluish gray, dark bluish gray. I think overall the panels look great. I didn't offset them as much as I thought I was going to. Definitely something that I may switch up in the future. But I think overall it gives a decent amount of area on the top for the actual platform itself. On the platform before, again, it was only one panel tall, and now adding that second panel, I think it's just kind of extended the overall area, especially putting it back in the corner here. Now, I will say that we ended up going to Bricks Minifigs, buying some of these 16 by 16 plates, and I think that's helped overall. We don't have the back side of it in the very corner completely finished, but it is enough for it to rest and just have enough support for it to stay there. What we'll do here to just kind of blend the Disney Castle in is put some of our, we have a bunch of green plates, we have a bunch of dark bluish gray plates, so we may just kind of build it up and put some, you know, small trees, bushes, everything, just to kind of, again, blend everything in together. I like it overall, but there are a few things that I want to change, and I want to go through those with you. To start off on some of the things I want to change, the first thing is changing up some of the detailing on some of our rock panels. Really just trying to put the final touch on using some different wedge pieces, some different slopes, again, different sizes of different slopes, to really just give it overall a little bit of detail and not just have a bunch of studs hanging out everywhere. I think adding a little bit of green in with some of the light bluish gray and dark bluish gray just gives it a nice little touch, but definitely something I want to change and progressively get better at here in the future. The second thing I want to work on over here in the greenery area, I really like the platform that we have now, and I think it's going to turn out great once we have it all complete, but I feel like it's just going to be kind of sitting alone over here. And so I've had some great feedback on, hey, why don't you just extend your platform area, extend it all the way over to this wall here, and then potentially get a chance to take the A-frame cabin and move that up on the platform as well. I really like that idea, and I'm gonna probably need a little help from everybody else, because what I did here is I tried to do just a little bit of a dry run and kind of curving everything around, and I don't know if I continue to add these different rock panels on and potentially adding in some sort of like cool little cave here. If I do continue to go this route, how am I going to support the panels in the front if the train track is already all the way on the back here? Again, I don't know if there is a way to do that, but something that I definitely want to take a look into, because I really think that's a cool idea, and it'll add a lot more detail and really give a nice little platform in this corner over here for the A-frame cabin. Once we have both of those other things done, the third thing I want to take a look at is reintroducing our nice little river that is going to run into our pond. Now, this is not going to be the final area where the water is going to go, not coming out from underneath the Disney Castle, but just something I was messing around with. I think what I want to do is potentially have it come out in the middle of a rock panel, or potentially come down from this little platform area up here, maybe coming down on each side of this, you know, little cave that we'll have. We'll definitely try to, you know, work something in here. I did place another Lego order, and in that Lego order there are a bunch more trans blue pieces that we'll be able to use as far as like bricks go. So definitely a bunch that we have going on in the greenery area, and I'm excited to kind of tackle all this here. Before we create the shadow box for our Disney 100 minifigures, just wanted to show you that the high-speed passenger train does fit perfectly underneath our new platform. But let's move on and start organizing the Lego room a little bit more. The last thing I wanted to do in this video was create one more minifigure display with our 9x9 shadow box. All we need is the shadow box, our background, 2x2 inverted slopes, and our Gorilla Super Glue, along with the minifigures. The first thing that we need to do is take this cloth backer off that is made for pins to be put into, get some cardstock on the background to smoothen everything out, then we'll take our background and glue it right on top. Here we go. After putting the cardstock on and then the background, which again is for personal use only, we are able to move on to getting our 2x2 inverted slopes and gluing them onto our background. Here we go. The last couple times that we've created our shadow boxes, we've actually had little squares that we could line our 2x2 inverted slopes up with. This time we don't. So I actually took one of my old backgrounds and I actually poked holes in the middle of where all those squares were. So this is a little bit more freestyle, but what we are doing is we are putting our 2x2 inverted slopes, one on each end, and then making sure that it's level. And then I will line each of the little holes up and each of the 2x2 inverted slopes up so that they are one even line.
Panic on the elevator. I was once a hesitator. We may need a generator. Everybody's stuck. I say if it's any indicator, had no time to wait till later. We went down the escalator. They just call it luck.
Inverted slopes are in, minifigures are in, and everything's looking great. The only knock I have is the fact that I probably could have come down about 1/4 of an inch and we would have had just a little bit more room at the top. As you can see, we did not have enough room for a couple of the minifigures' hats, so we did actually put those on just 3 studs tall and actually glued the bottom stud onto the background, and that just holds the hats in place. So obviously, you know, everything turned out great, but definitely excited to get these into the Lego room. We got a lot done today. The rock platform is starting to look really, really good. We still have some adjustments that we need to make. I am excited to extend that all the way to the other end of the greenery area as well. The Disney 100 minifigure display turned out great. I'm excited to get that into the Lego City. Also, do not forget to get in our giveaway. Wednesday, September 20th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be building a set live, drawing one lucky winner for a $25 Lego store gift card. Don't forget to get in. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. See you later.